Good morning once again. This is African Union Television News. My name is Kwesi Amankwa Agyeikum. Check us on all our social media handles. Coming up, infection spread fear, water crisis, triggers healthcare emergency. Park cites 5 GIMPA lecturers for $1.7 million bond default. NPP raise no official complaint over Northern Region allegation. Path forced to detain patients over unpaid bills and rising cost pressures, and 31 granted bail over illegal mining in Apramprama Forest Reserve. Name is Kwesi Amankwa Agyeikum. The prolonged water shortage in Accra's Teshi Nungwa enclave has escalated into a public health emergency as the shutdown of the Teshi Nungwa desalination plant continues to deprive communities of reliable access to clean water. And was closed by the Ghana Water Company Limited, GWCL, in October 2025 over unpaid debts and contractual disputes affecting areas including Teshi, Nungwa, Bachona, Spintex, Sakumono, and Lam. The impact is being felt most acutely in health facilities such as the Camp 2 Health Center in Teshi, where nurses warn that the lack of running water is comprising sanitation and increasing the risk of infections. Healthcare workers say they are forced to use unwashed bed sheets, leave washrooms unusable for long periods, and rely heavily on hand sanitizers, while some spend their money to buy sachet water for patient care. Residents are also struggling to cope with the daily burden of water scarcity, often traveling long distances and spending up to 20 cedis a day to purchase water. The shortage has pushed up the cost of sachet water, placing added financial strain on households and raising concerns about the potential spread of waterborne diseases as basic hygiene becomes difficult to maintain. Although GWCL had earlier assured the public that the shutdown was temporary and that mitigation measures would be put in place, the continued closure of the desalination has deepened frustration among residents. What began as a contractual and operational issue has now evolved
infection. Because with the bed sheets, washing it is a problem. So I say spread of infection is really becoming high here. Because we have to use water to wash the bed sheet before we can use it for another patient. But because we can't get water to wash the bed sheet, if the person lies on it and we see, oh, this one is not dirty, so let the other patient use it. Maybe you can't see it with your eyes that it's dirty, but it's really dirty. So infection is really a problem for us now.
To that, imagine wee. Okay, somebody would have to use the washroom, and since there's no water to flush immediately, the next person will also have to do that.
The Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, has revealed that 5 lecturers sponsored to pursue doctoral studies abroad have defaulted on their bond agreement, within the institution a total of 1.7 million Ghana cedis. The disclosure was made by GIMPA Registrar Victoria Kumbo during a sitting of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee on Monday, January 12. According to the breakdown provided, Anne Shirley Apiasi owes 777,000 Ghana cedis, Julius Kwashi 524,000 Ghana cedis, Dr. Hansen Adi 224,000 Ghana cedis, Ifwebwa Chiwa 230 Ghana cedis, and Christian Osei Bonsu 38,700. The lecturers were sponsored with the expectation that they would return to serve the institution after completing their PhD programs, but failed to do so. Ms. Kumbo said the GIMPA has initiated recovery measures, including freezing the Provident Fund and credit scheme benefits of both the defaulting lecturers and their guarantors. She noted that some amounts have already been recovered, stressing that the actions are aimed at protecting public funds and enforcing compliance with staff development sponsorship agreements. The New Patriotic Party, NPP, says it has not received any formal complaint of allegations from the northern region relating to its ongoing presidential election process. According to the party, the concerns have only been encountered through media reports and not via the official channels provided in its election guidelines. Speaking on Joy FM's top story on Monday, January 12th, Deputy General Secretary Haruna Mohammed stated that no petition has been submitted to either the party headquarters or the Presidential Elections Committee. He stressed that the party cannot act on issues that have not been formally presented for consideration. His comments follow claims by the camp of Brian Achampon that some delegates in the northern region are being pressured or threatened with removal from the NPP album if they fail to support Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Mr. Mohammed said the due process must be followed before such allegations can be addressed. He explained that under the party's rules, all complaints regarding the conduct or fairness of the presidential election must be formally lodged with the Presidential Elections Committee. While regional councils of elders may be informed for advisory purposes, he noted that only properly submitted petitions can trigger official action by the party. The Komfo Anochi Teaching Hospital CAF has disclosed that it is being forced to keep hundreds of patients admitted longer than medically necessary because they are unable to pay their hospital bills. Hospital authorities say the situation is worsening congestion, reducing bed availability, and placing heavy strain on already limited resources. Chief Executive Officer of CAF, Dr. Kwesi Amankwa, explained that patients who are medically fit for discharge often remain on admission for weeks due to unpaid bills. He stressed that the hospital cannot resort to inhumane practices such as forcing patients out, noting that while this creates congestion, CAF must still provide care, food, and accommodation for such patients. Dr. Bedu said the prolonged admissions disrupt emergency care, surgical schedules, and ward admissions, creating a ripple effect across the hospital's operations. He added that CAT's national appeal draws patients from across the country, further compounding congestion, and warned that delayed discharges significantly undermine the hospital's efficiency and service delivery.
Every service rendered here ought to be accounted for. So somebody will be asking, why is it that we discharge patients and they are still on admission? Sometimes we wish we could just tell them, get up and go home. But once you do that, the next moment you'll be at the Public Accounts Committee to answer for why patients were managed and never paid their bills. So such gestures afford us some freedom to also show some human face. There are a lot of people you wish they could go as I indicated. Because once they are here, they occupy your bed, you need to feed them. Sometimes they are here for several days or weeks. But you cannot just say,
Circuit Court has granted bail to 28 Chinese nationals and there are 3 Ghanaian accomplices accused of attempting to mine illegally in the Apamprama Forest Reserve in the Central Region. The 31 individuals were arrested late last year by the Forestry Commission after they set up camp within the forest in preparation for an alleged illegal mining operation. They were remanded in police custody following their first court appearance last week. The bail application was moved today by counsel for the accused, Dominic Kojose, and was opposed by the prosecution represented by the Attorney General's Department. After hearing submissions from both sides, the court granted bail to the accused persons in the sum of 200,000 Ghana cedis, each with 2 sureties to be justified. The court ordered that the sureties must be Ghanaians and that their Ghana cards be deposited at the court registry. In addition, the passports of all the accused persons are to be deposited. The court further directed the registrar and the investigator to ensure full compliance with the bail conditions of the Apamprama Forest Reserve has already been degraded. Many illegal miners have attempted to operate in the reserve under the pretext of conducting reclamation work. Before we go to top stories, again, infection spread fear. The Teshi water crisis triggers healthcare emergency. Park cites 5 Gimpa lecturers for $1.7 million bond default. MPP raised no official complaint over Northern Regional allegations. Haruna Mohammed forced to detain patients over unpaid bills amid rising cost pressures, and 31 granted bail over illegal mining in Apamprama Forest Reserve. And African Union Television News in the morning. Sports is up next. Join us on our social media.
Oh, abusia for yemo bibi abra Africa. Ai. Abra so say do wura mu na afia mo na nsem na afia kure mo nsem and ofie na ho. E de baba so e wo Africa. Life e wo dwumadi. It has sports dwumadi e so ne e am just one GEK we. Share on so say obedwen the conversation no e wo Facebook no so. Comment, like na share na for my na ne ma enye. Wura mu e wo YouTube on so life for African Union Television GH e wo YouTube no so. Okohoroma obetimi ala ejumadi anu so etima ayekama share no so TikTok nso obetimi afollow yo ho na niam enso etima ayekama enso ayekama ewo ho autvonline.com nyina no jumadi no esimo ho obetimi awu etima ayekama quick one yan start info free Ghana Premier League stories are trending around amaniama enso netimi akoso info ntu wadem say woni say transfers window no ni adoma wo chena na bibia nso ne betimi akona we na fe deadline enso etima aba na fe wa sign obetimi endorse na waye bibia na waye mebua watching deadline no and so ebetima ende abra abo ayechese 11 o'clock p.m. anajo and nkoma me free ho edi ebrema a enye ketwa na share no so program and so Adriana Stars o ma sign a young chap player pacho endo American ho asem ede kiremo Benjamin ayechese Tifanyo Adriana say Adriana Stars buboko no ono so ekwa ya dwuma na ne ma so netima kama and so netima kama ho we young chap kura we mbo ni pia ho fa obetima po Adriana Stars football club oja amaniama so etima kama no and some update every however na yenguram Kumasi Asanto kakra na nim komo ipacho unim say Kumasi Asanto komo amikan enu nyina so na branch and friends Albert Amwa after no say I was Sunday the club and so from outside anya ketwa price say ofri Kumasi Asanto ko bodoko no akokopiem and so ewa obi man so usina kan na unim say na oye player edema Great Olympics and son of all join Kumasi Asanto ko na abente we no after so ofiri Kumasi Asanto call the different club no na ne sika ho nsensem enso akoye dem because kotoko turn no say Great Olympics enso we sika yakra enso edi film nemum say report awe say kan say say Kumasi asankodoko ana fi Olympics enso etwe say sika tua bi asa kotoko mpeso metua Great Olympics ozo say etre say so mo say kesa sika no adom ne update eba Albert Amwa ho sika sema enso adam ma so twen a anon komani na update ni hina no jati ema madumeka say so ani na so update eno so eba amen friend to arum say yemtwem also site kan say AC Samates 1997 part of the team officially among so let me assign a branch friends Gabriel was say 4-year deal from Division 1 aside I can say Park Academy Football Club I will be see kind of side na can say FC Samates 19 and say no part was just 6 goals I would access bank Division 1 anymore I don't update ameti amama na pai abudumaka so young them about Kumasi Asantoko say sign in the almost sign pa as a full na band down most of them players what there amo can say ometima sign players no more some infant to any say no can say players ni bi akọ Africa kotoko clubs no akọ interest say sign ebe dey and some ebe shona na so make am interest no can say 21-year-old back why ya sign Dogo Jacobo and drop NHS almost sign 20 as on the one be so them come 1.5-year deal and make us abranten on let me adwene Kumasi Asantoko etune en na wo hwe no anim no awugusa wo show screen ani a and like a track and contract no and so let me ram edema 21 years also akra ball awurade yase balls and dananano oh my day the other day be anya track no and so update every Kumasi Asante kotoko so ya eba no pai very hon latest no and so emamo na umrem e work as a house of focus so ya no part of the team among some latest e push se kwan bia so o metime alifte o mo ban no e dey frame so because e na bi kan kire mu no among intimate same play there because of transfer banner I don't some that so to try as much as possible say among everything I say I can say ban no I the afro so na so let my come no update I don't some let me e ba ho community no jati e ma na pai na house of folk na the part over my opinion na also no kuro na ko fa waka sam no say house of folk among work says that transfer ban be through so no almost say work our Ghana Football Association head of competition Julius Ben Imana say obedient abeye the CEO of House of Football kono na enema so metima aye kama anso na kama ho ya say enche kra official introduction the management no here no say metima introduction no anso mera che squad no ebia week we anase next week na bibia so no anso metima kama no update anso met House of Football anso na so ye ba to be affected in kwada no no branch no yari update no nanso emama na project no me release na anso e ba ye no na say release we free Ashanti Gold we say master said you know I am Ashanti Gold now Ashanti Gold for legend and I jaba bonte say omo say football and some e ade a eka nipa bom e de asumwie ba nimpantem e de odo e bra nimpantem enya ade say bia wo ye kobobo ana say o say wo ye bobo na obete e watem waka na gige ma bo ne se kantwe e kokoko so ntimpire egu ho nyina omo kire say asumwie omo ma football na nkasa ye no adwuma say the women say football for peace no for love no enye ne ho adwuma na enja say the galleys and say amen na ya dey for football no and so update the legends Edema House Gold Ashanti Gold omode abetu dana pai me dey say update ni na and so emma mo o say me be kan wa ha kire mo say ukowem our side na kan say Hopa United omo coach akọ na omo hia new coach abeba ama me tuja e kire mo say emponi ai friend say Kasim Goya Dels ono ene ba be for Georgia I can say Hopa United officially me kase ndo a amam get me pop ni tuma o ma launch no officially just Kasim Go Shadow ono he say oba be hwe ni mo say obabua am just Hopa United we ko no amam tuma for mutual part for the Ghana Premier League no so a the second round and so me start here yi na ni no so let my come no update and so me ba ho koma na pai me dey say latest me emma mo na Kumasi Asante Kodoko head coach Karim Zito na uno say ono na nkasa na odi nse ba kumi betuja wase he se management no epese ono na nkasa no free club no kwa ana se oja team no to ho no kwa oh why not opportunity no e wo ho hi opportunity no o metima manako eno ne update open no e to the tell so pressure na no shipa amache se kotoko de o be fa kotoko House of Folk ayate se wo coach Barcelona ne Real Madrid no ana che se aso hia kwa no che se nye ketwa crap just a winning oriented club who can far that's a name Fabia Obra you won't consam wako no I update audio to just a queen the house so meet mama nako and update every Karim Zito so ya bana pay I won't update later so me amamo the part of it tell me now report I say can say Ghana ya pair with Zambia ni na say the futsal cup I Africa na e koso Morocco no nyame adom say yane Zambia the Chipolopolos e futsal cup no and e kwakope African cup e koso amanya ketrakra into way ade koso enchekra the 2026 CAF Futsal African Cup of Nations no and also enchekra the start here Ghana yane Zambia e pair it is am command na pay me de amamo awajuma kase so na me pacho enye no kwa usan remu me pacho de tiene Ghana asam aneni ni I can say the host I will be in Agyeikum so the 2026 African Aquatics Swimming Championship and also Enchekura May 5th and ever started about Ghana ha into the ensure and to be able to take Amamaka and just a naked track and Profona in Grady. Abu who present Yamia Duma Ghana ha you host 2 SSR tournament no Aman confirm Garania Dia amateur tournament no let me akoso our mind Kong Ghana ha this tournament nina and some Emma into African takes and ebetima akoso the other swim they are very na ya release strength na nyama so I come in so no awards esanda so it is about we be na no so no e be ama swimmers no ye dey san common na so emama enya ketakra na ubem aso no just Solomon Abusia so ya unim say or aya house of football no so na me patro de tie after say Benjamin Asare April you know abente emo sign the buy and we ye duma pa the house of football no after the prano ultimi say yes most clean Anema abante enso na ya adwuma paye amade san komo no emamo na reporter ATN yes say the contract no because of say na ordinary house of folk no na as injury kakra ewo abante no ho ntina house of folk so say e bia mo no contract ebro bia 1 year ebetimi aba adi blow abro mo nti omo sign 1.5 nti say me no ka say plus to add 2 our contract no mo nti say no contract ni ya gu omo hu say abante no fitness wo so ogira promo so awe classic into say no house of folk ehwe no say obetuma extra na branch no contract no aso ntetemu adi ama so ma besia no pai we san komo na ema na reporter me say can say yes player no e demand 25,000 Ghana cedis a month and o demand free house of folk bubu kono say obe sign the contract na sika obe geno sika puduo no 25,000 Ghana cedis komo ya no pai we say update ni na aso ema na me say wow sana protocol ne house no sika yakra ebo mu botomo enya ketwa kwanti as to say house e dia tuma sign and answer on to no also our house of focus so yan pay latest ni na no de emamo our African Junior Television hit up to the so on pay very update ni na ebramo na me part of the tie ne wonim say 11 des almost aya yira pampe say omwetini anya points a qualify na after my day 18 ebo no mo 9 points e table no amoda to kra na reporter no say kan say omo HSF omo player baako omo ni no akwakosan Karebe United omo Burkina Faso midfielder baako aba be so sebe ya omo beef squad no na omo ahwese ometimi awini matches and update eba na sa every course a player make ho asemi the friend a totally falanti a falanti inti say a totally falanti aba be dwane side can say 11 wonders or also eba be bone bia so no enso etima akoso kama ho kama na pai meti emamo na ure mu aye say Rangers versus right and so if you in the last season our CAF Confederation Cup with a 12 the fallacy in teacher say Arante on also ever boa na me so let my kama inti sorry clapper obo a 12 the fallacy inti ono ankasa the D at the strike inti say strike ever be 11 wonders na anyama so let my kama and so let my kama e ho eno update every 11 wonders ever boost no ye hwa ni mo sebetimi aboa and update ever na ye ngbe ma bia na sas game na adena sas oja boys no omani abre pa after the new CEO ba ye and Air Collins atapoku awoba obehwe nim say obetoto ne na my final uroma adena sas in terms of ball ne de maza no hye na reporter no say can say one of the finest center back betimi akacho say Samuel Osei Kufo omohwe nim say abante no betimi assign no na enema so betimi kama yesin komedi na kura nim pa bebe watchina deadline ko na wie de yebe dru watchina na ko ne de na bibia so sele no update me say e kan pai be say update no na so emamo ama enye ketakra na update eno so eba na yengwe mo African HS stories ne kakra na yemfa nsem entuja uwe mo reporter me say kan say unim say yam aduma watchina ana yebe nya HS semi finals games ano so edit me abaso anya ketakra na channel so say de tini Redika anya first game ano Senegal Egypt ano HS yam aduma 5 o'clock and it's a match in a bit messy form. Nothing the Morocco, the host nation, and also against the defense of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And also never started Yamipa 8 o'clock and more and yes, as a match and also never to master time update a later sending Pacho and some Naji Amamo Elho and the Pacho de Tini Urema Egypt say no Oka Boko Musa Kakra. Egypt are qualified or final in each of their last 7 AFCON. Or my team about semi-finals. Into semi-finals, Baku 7. Also, Omukra trophies in Baku 7. Our jersey will be our tournament. Now, our last semi-finals are not winning, and the 7 semi-finals on my qualifier remote air finals are Anyakitra and the team are eliminated the stage of air competition since March 14th, 1984. Our lawsuit 8-7 on penalties against Nigeria. If you go Ebebiano, and you just say Egypt, Omu semi-finals, the Ampacho, air finals, the Omutin Elmo, I didn't come on Emma. Senegal also in 3 out of 4 African semi-finals, our bono in the 21st century. I agree, and also Unit Frimo, that was 2006. Egypt and a Unit Frimo 2006. Moho, I don't update Eba. Udo Morocco side and also a part of also Bakope and ultimately more Afcon the semi-finals. Our call that was 2004 and a Mali a uniform. I don't update Amadi Amaman and pay about Jamaica so and pay in answer update if you know about Nigeria, the Super Eagles, Alataya, one society now. The part of also 5 out of 7 Afcon semi-finals are also the part of in the 21st century. No, Omar qualified Bakupe. That was in 2013 South Africa. And I feel 2024. I don't update Amity. I'm going to pay latest in England. I don't say about we are statistics now. I tell us a bit my process. Many and also update a born appointment. Now, still on Afghan stories, no, the party project money. Gabo for only say, you move him quick. I almost start any amount for now. My free tournament, if we echo release statement, say, my band. My kama and so I come about that report. I mean, second and point is yes, I must and the ambassador baby or more of kind of some report. I mean, second say, just say, my reverse Sabano, I just say, not ban so almost the trouble captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang so, and I feel Abrante friend Bruno is Kelly Manga, or Omina, not band almost so. They say, yes, almost I'm in a kind, and so you better say, na omasa awe body no market kwan am befa so a omesan ye new team foforo e the mothers by partner Bafana of South Africa no ay update eba na pay hu community na no yati ema manya ketwa kwenti we if the sports ministry na so ya amonso eba banten hu komo na pay yati ema odmekase so na uremu a the reporter me say come from the pharaohs of Egypt ni say latest eba na say omo professor nyame adoma omenya yakufa kanse bi abo omo ni Spain na woni me say Egypt and Spain pay the 2026 World Cup and Chakra. We are starting and so about United States in the idea now in Tomo person or no boy you can see Sebaya or Mum day now among whom just almost strength. Say Omon Egypt is here and as a Spain bar no man who Babia movie points 1 year the Egypt and so who piece as our friend the match no and also bet Marco Swan and pay there is a later so Emma and Pay Jumacasia Ugusa Uti now. Nyamia Domonsua, William said, draw Babaso. Now, a part of draw, I bet me Abaso in I said the 2027 Afcon HS qualifies no, and once you share and to Toyano Master Tay, I enter quite net. I mean, you can say, draw the bit me Akoso, Nanya Manso let my come and a part of Akoso, real life, our calf ATV, 1 o'clock local time to 2 o'clock GM time. Now, Yamanso let my come, El Cairo, Egypt, a honor drawn, a bit me Akoso and a Pimenti Emamo, and Tinyamia Duma. Yes, a tournament co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania in 2027. Jerebonum, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, 3 countries, and we host 2027. Diana and Pai, the amount part of the team involved with a woman. Yes, 12 lowest team 12 lowest ranked teams are in according to the FIFA ranking. I buy and say, I know, son of the corner empty on the battle for 6th place in the group stage. Where 42 nations already awaiting. Until 42 nations already are according to ranking no the 16 now ranking no from no ma qualify na beka we no na fi cross no niam so etima come no I update eba premier rounds no format no if I told you tie split into 2 port 1 and port 2 na be corner Lesotho in port 1 Lesotho Burundi Ethiopia, Eswatini, South Sudan, and afei Mauritius, Omonso, and the general. Uromo airport too now, me patch Chad, South Tommy and Principe, and afei Djibouti, Somalia, Charles, and afei Eritrea, and a BM airport too, so elsewhere country requirement that, and also any update I made the Amman pay, also ultimately. So, in this Roma, 6 winners ever qualify from the group stage. Nafi omatro awam ene manso etima ay kama ho komani nyina no jade ema wana mpa nti draw no betima happen and its latest update ni nyina media tuja no I don't so etima akoso na mpa jade update no enso ema mpa to yewuram na bibia so etima ay kama enso no just foreign cinema na bibia so ay fan onim say over the weekend see am no ka say middle week yeah just middle of the week ye namu aye kwadu anim a matches ahoro enso e koso na yenko Saudi Arabia so say na emu ayere pa Saudi Arabia po we nyake to akra si Ronaldo ne nkoda na masa ayira mo pampe o mo de tare na wai ye de tare na wai ya wari na kese o mati atare enye keto akra ni nya se ndua o mo so ne kese any side first Al Hilal e de shia ye nya keto akra na ndua game point ye no na kese sa Al Hilal chi Al Nassr on Juman apo mo 3-1 enye keto akra ndua keto se si Ronaldo enya go for 42nd minute and Ronaldo to at 19 if you say bia o dia ye among everything actually El Hilal abono now so and yes I'm just say ko we say around first Al Dalsari and ya go and I bent first Kano e ba ko pay so and I feel nervous really nervous no and so be ba ko pay so and pay komoni nyina no jade ema do Al Nassr e red card around first Al Qadid in dra oji red card na e ko we say Ronaldo ye ne boys on elusu sa match no na onim say for the third Saudi Pro League ya bono Al Nassr awemu nyina no Walusu and Yakatrakra, I must say, I'll drop 7 points gap on Al Hilal and Yakatrakra. They say, we were top 8, I say, top 4. Our the side I can say top 5 red. Our art just said Saudi Arabia top A league now. The part of the team, Al Hilal and Dikai, 38 points, and the say, Ehura Kanya and Yakatrakra, Al Nassr to Sumino with 31 points. They say 7 points gap in the debt, and it just Al Nassr. And El Hilal in Temua, and I'm playing the Ellen why you did Ronaldo after so put Saudi Arabia, so bet me trophies are, and I'm playing home common later, so no, and also now 4 points in it, they say they might cry, I don't update, and also Bananua, April and also side one, but FA Cups about so now you're much about Qua, and the Liverpool, you know, work alone, and I'm like to say, against Bensley, now and Granite Tracker, Nanda, among 8 Nasi, a bomb home. Ekra mo ba ko e kan nan amache se Bansley forum etime ba ko na primary ama Daniel Kofi Soboslan anya go and the 9 minute kra be nya Brent friends se Frimpong and so e ba ko pe so and Brent friends Franvate e ba ko be ka ho 90+4 and after Brent friends Ikitiki and so e ba ko pe so na Brent friends Flip on so equalizer ya ba ko pa and also update and pay maybe Eman say no Liverpool qualify our moko ko the second round and pay maybe an update ni na no and also Ebremo na me part of the team Uromo Italian Serie A di calcio no and also matches ko so na Juventus also bom ho body pa amandra the old ladies of so no echi criminals part of Ebremo ka ba ko enum ama just criminals antimi ante Brent friends Bema anya go and after Brent friends Jonathan David at the back of Peso, and I went to Fencer Yaltes at the back of Cajon, and I went to Fencer Tarasano, and so many Richie Ongo, and I went to Fencer Markini, and so at the back of Peso and pay latest update in Yano, Patronity Emma Macassia, so Nandra Shaw Kelly. And some of the catcher was saying, Yabenya, I just a day back of the Cosso, the said they did not know Paros and Jama against Paris. Omuna with the Sibia, Yafan Sambia, Kagana, Kumase, Omuna with the same, to say Cotoconi Nation is no. Saana TM, I will just a criminal, our Mutimo, Omudicambo league match. I'm a Paros and Jaman Kawakabako, and I said 2-1 redder, or the league HSM match anymore. No Momendra, or the Coupe de France. Paris, Eche Paros and Jama, Ebon, Kabako, Pill, or more ya, one to my share, and the Tessomantica, and I could remember Paros and Jama. The Miss Eric and the boys look through that match and of course one draw. It is updating as well. Not just this season, almost here 2 times. A match. I match points, Why the league 3 points? Most of you have Copa de Remo, and as a Coupe de France, no one pay very update no answer no any derby across only 1 and 1. Any update no answer every 2 hours. Say why you are big owners I feel and like a track or mother only chrono and update and also a bound command the Italian sorry La Liga on EA Sport and Sevilla. romance and shop Pijuan and Pacho or Lucy Tias at Vigo, Kabakua, I want him anti, and another channel, it is some common answer, and why Genoa so Bogari culture, a Kamiansa, or also anti, I don't know, Tiana features and there, Pacho to the Roman Pacho, German Bundesliga, VfB Stuttgart, 5:30 against Frankfurt, and also married to me Abaso, the Pacho shall also say BVB or Borussia Dortmund, 7:30 p.m. against Werder Bremen game no, Pacho, and also married to me Abaso, the Rangers a Hamburger SF, almost game no, the Pacho 7:30 p.m. against Leverkusen, and also married to me Abaso, then so 5 against AC Herdium, 7:30 p.m. And as how much and so every time from a update in Emma. The Pacho if EFL Cup semi-final, the Pacho and no match about Colocoso, I don't know Newcastle United against Manchester City, 8 o'clock p.m. What a game! Pacho never makes how much Newcastle against Manchester City. I don't know just a Carabao Cup semi-final, so common America. I'm a home coming in Amity Emma. We must spend Copa Dure around 16 in Sua. The Pacho, just a match is because the match as a Contra El Lisa, a game against Atletico Club de Bilbao, and as 8 o'clock p.m. as how much on the Abaso, the Pacho Deportivo El La Corona, a game against Atletico Madrid, 8 o'clock p.m. and also simultaneously, a bit in Abaso, Yabani Real Sociedad against Osasuna, Sama to also a bit in Abaso, the Pacho, the 2 for Akupima Italian Coppa di Italiana, the Pacho, and also around 16 Roma added to Nephew only Torino, a match of so now part of Franco de France and also around 32 and Adugusu to also the other side of France and Editus and Bazes, almost game against Olympic de Marseille, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. as much and also maybe to Abaswan and pay home up the team now, the part of Medi Amama, I will take to Mama and Russia kindly. Abrana Abobet as a aircon in Ben on Naimuho, every nomi and sat to Naimu in Tamuha. Shocking the results I get to understand. I just a Real Madrid head coach. The part after say Oko Lucidity said the fans of the Catalonian boys, just Barcelona. There's a few like I said, no, Barca, Real Madrid, who might take the power, Barca, yeah, now more permanent HS Ancelotti. I'm going to say Ancelotti, Yajma, or the Sarasao Brasso. They say so no Omoa, Omasa Chimokoyo, I'm going to say Xabi Alonso, and also I want to announce it to us. Same can say when you just a head coach being at Real Madrid Football Club and a pay, but it's update later. So I'm a reporter. I'm going to go on to me. I say, yes, Xabi Alonso, I'm going to decide to say, oh, a Jumana, you know, a year pa, where you're Jumaday. Namum, I'm going to say, name about community. And Shannon and Koye, just a Mojano Pie, in Promoman, good luck. Still, I'm going to Madrid Hall, and the Xabi Alonso fee, 10 year Piano, or bet me Abba, Nana so let my come and update Amadi Amman Pie, how much as Xabi Alonso still on, or your shock, or your shock, a pie in terms of idea shock, or your shock pa. Just say one thing once say up to now, I mean, you can say, I don't know, update every Madrid said that, and also nearby, so dressing room on my pass, or your shock, or I update, and also nearby pie, maybe Amman report, and say, can I say, I say. Lose now, Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid, no, and that's what hunting penny for no. I'm as I say, no, because you see Florentino Perez and a board, no, and the social movement power. Anna, a whole crown for dancing, and a cocoa memoir, Basa Sako Boni, you see activities be, any reactions be also on the touch, and as a touch line, and I say, a room, like to say, yes, dressing room hall, and I feel beyond the pitch. You see, maybe because what as a board many things and John, Naka home, and I'm much more than also to a common MMO. You say, in terms of tactics, substitution, and a lineup selections, or whatever, when Tinning and hard in power, I mean, penny for a moment to soon I am caught that on my plan for so many. In also make a home and a Mamma pie, and the update, and then second pie, maybe Amma and Yaki track. I just say, no, I'm focused on Yaduma, HS a DTBiano, Datibiano, say, Timmy ready. Now, honestly, ready so bit my bar. Why not meet me Abana and Abba? And then so I come and so I come out hall. And then the TSS say, dear, among the Juana Amma opinion, Professor Alvaro Aguilera, say, on the vessel, maybe I'm so I come out. The youth team coach, they say, whenever take over. Hey, now where Juma, despite so winning matches, hall. Now, yes, where Juma and Jose Mourinho, among Pamjili, Arafi was saying Juma Sukakra and the Carlo Ancelotti. If you say what the Carlo Ancelotti tactics, Baba, and you say Jose Mourinho tactics, whatever, until your hair so say no, on the hair, Madrid team. Now, Omar has said, and important on your film, HS, and Minister Bitma from Madrid team, the Almajamano. Then most of them say, Ebia, no man said, and Fadia. Now, Omar, and say, Ebia, coach is to say Jordan Coloponum, the Tete Enzo Marascanum, and running securitisa. But you say the focus, the big picture for now. I just Alvaro now over here say you know that Marcos was and your man also the animal say okay ne mfini da sususa na be oma konim ya say Florentino Perez anyi biripa say George Klopp de so oye ready say adwuma no be yanko ade a ye de be ma no na oye adwuma no na ya say Xabi Alonso dressing room hono kra no ya say Xabi Alonso ankasa hu say no place ni bi ase madu da ja place ni mu a che say omo keka o madwen cheche ne rough obi timi be gina training grounds masa gina ha wo si ha na mi free ba ani ade che say unrespectful place bi we just squad ni mu a ama che say bentimi body ya say emre komu no obete place na reaction na wo be hunu so awa gopama so after say the sacking of Xabi Alonso in Rua and update every ho ba no pai very latest ni na eso ema mo ya say ndua mpo be 1 p.m. na Xabi Alonso e training grounds a alternate nsa a che say wo he da juma ono no e focus say the next match popo dore obekwa ko face sana o gine ho dwindwi ni nyina akra mpo no sana kra no ya bebo na so tuo amanya keto akra nti say obenye se sa picture na okura te bo na watran nsa na anya keto akra na o ye adwuma o say o masa wanya official call no ba ya krrr we ba yi dia masa amfa kwa mu nti ono chese okotie ya na chese ya wana na so tuo no aso update every Xabi Alonso cruise and pai we the latest update ni nyina no and so na problem na say ya say we say Antonio Pinto openi ba yi Xabi Alonso ba no o say Antonio Pinto we say one the physical training at the Madrid the Bubuko no otene wa mo ya say training openi we dey be foul June e ba yi training awurade edo no say na mo Xabi ba ya no ne staff no ase o say on Pinto nti Pinto nkyina nkyɛn na onya adwuma na wɔn afa ne nneɛma mbra ya say saa de no so e ha mpanifo bet na mo ntimi nka nti say me no ka say ya say Antonio Pinto we say no oba badwane side na e friend say adol anacha say wɔn no asometima ya adwuma ha pai me update ni nyina eso ema mo anya ketwa na ndra after say shockingly e ba ya no players no e kire wɔn do e de coach no boa team no ne boa mo ankasa personally ama ndra no say woko wɔn IGs a wɔn de tototo ho a Gonzalo Garcia e de koya was master thank you so much for everything nyama wo dia ye me trust gibi a wo ye wo me mo awuma opportunities ahodo bebre showcase ye ama say metima aka say wa boa me pa ono so de aseda e ko Kylian Mbappe e kire ne de ba bia din ba bia mmire bia wo so me mo e kire me ba bia me ngina ne ade a eni nyina so no ma good word do say ya pa shock bet also ne mo den na nyama anya fine eni nyina wo dirigo goals and so de ne de ko place ni bebre na the whole team nyina yentimi fani nyina ambramo wo bia a kire ne do e de kire Xabi Alonso a eno ne update eno so me ba no payment ema mo yanko transfers kakra wonu say ko Newcastle United a Steven Boltman say also me ba the new deal e de Newcastle United until June 2030 ama che say bia so metima ko so say me Newcastle bia ye suda openya Francis Steven Boltman say we captain and Newcastle United no nyama so metima come and pay me update ni ema mo say here we go na the team say Conor Gallagher wonu say no we didn't do my animality coach at Cloud Madrid. The same Newcastle were gonna touch and Bukuni and there also we are in an air to Aston Villa and a touch and an air team. Not we see me fat, we see me fat, we see Salafa. The same Newcastle we are gonna touch and Bukuna to say Echakra on Villa Babaso report and say can I say KP on 40 million euros and submitting Pima permanent. Omo betua na bia so metima come say omo abiti via omo akokofa branch na so metima come no abita meti ema na pay later so no I don't so na report na say can say so contract no so na nchekura later by this week e ko bia de na omo sign contract no until June 2031 na bia so metima come I don't abita about 40 million euros apiem no okwa ko ya adwuma na bia so no I don't so metima come I don't so metima fine and pay update ni nyina no meji ema na pay na yewuro na ndi komo Roma ipacho Roma hono Olympic I must say about to say Aruchi agreement with Abentia if you say Robino Vaz I must say Robino Vaz no 20 million euros plus add on 25 million euros package I see pa Roma for every Olympic ed must say mo hope say nyame aduma Vaz e be aduma no aso me da mo managers nyama so net my come Roma ho ye the latest no nyina ema na say on say the agent on also work fast on agreement with a Roma a director friends Marasa ama say nyama so metima akoso kama say me no ka say abante na metima adwene side the first Roma it is all latest and ema and when we break the mama say Manchester United say mo so e ja gbomu chem papa e je do mo pampa no pa cho yentime for fast be jakura so nsu krantum ni nya say o ma pam mo coach mo pam coach ni nyina we kra na still na manfa na report am say kan say ndo me break am say me care correct ɔno na ɔmo hwɛ anim sɛ ɔmo legend no ɔmo de ne bɛba na wabɛyɛ adwuma no gyama ma initially na only gonna sport here around na say o lady race no so bet ma before the intriguing coach na wɔyɛ adwuma no ama ne ma so na timi kama na mo ya say Alex Ferguson already decided say we stay and I say yɛn fo we mbra yɛn ko fo we mbra enti sɛ me no ka say Michael Harrick amenu ka say when you lead race na say me no ka say bibia de man akwemu a enche kura bete say officially o ma announce no say when say be for Manchester United adwumadiere na fi wa boa ama ne ma so metima kama no and so update amedi Emma man pay also be to make so ni so latest update e ba na pay update ni na no me di Emma na na yo cancel me pa twandra me hu no me di na chi pa ama what touch it down or just the play on krem ho a ono so me kokwa na medicals and pay me no ka say medicals no ya so wa pass ya to say in the year no me unveil no ama ne loan deal no wa sa ko ji adwuma no e de ma just Barca Sharon so say we adwuma under Xavi I just yes Xavi or Yajuma and Xavi Hernandez. I just ne pen so Yajuma we ya kwa no defender now so goals. Hey, or to 20 na basa into say e has and flick that show interest on fan Branandra or touch it down medicals no so me cause self unveiling you hope ni say Joe as a counselor or no so me that time and so nyama and so me come from El Hilal. They don't come in now e di man pay and so e feel ho eba na Lucas Paqueta the part of one side picture no come out say say na West Ham United report and say can say the deal no I done now sa na ni chere side can say Flamingo or Brazil na so me come out yes personal terms no dey be done and dusted I just sued cry as so me no ka say I look up Paqueta or also me to ketem after West Ham United England na wasan ko trim outside can say Brazil na wa kusina kan the Flamingo ho I am come every ho ba na play letters no pacho me dey na me end the picture no come out we say end okopiem o che say Leon no na ni nyina say we say no koye na cross e shemu nyina say the plan here say na Xavi wo ho no say on be say niam betima to so na kwam na abrante no monitor na hwe time a obeba Madrid na ajade a na reporter e shemu no cross no say until June 20 plus echo Real Madrid no mo very happy with abrante a your friend Sam Andre because we initially crowd all journey side they can say Olympic Lyon no and say ya ndra kwa na meka saso no kire say watwana e de boa wa say Coupe de France e course wa and pay me this am come na emama into say Xavi free boy or coach a all hwa ni mu avera na in your obeba no o me say ebia o metima assess abrante na o ma hwe ni performance wise say time a obetima adwane Madrid na so fine and update and also me ba na pay related na na I say Barca o me net say just a managing board member about quite friends Deco na sporting director akasa na Deco kire say Xavi Alonso sack na ya sack no no ni nyina say o say one akasa no kra no or surprise kakra because on tiase because when you say Xavi Alonso adwuma na be fire no o fa adwuma no nchesa as the time you swap e shop kra na o be for adwuma no ntiko no say dia ka adwuma de nkomo na time ke be boa dambom one ho an kwaka say konfo ne se ko na ade be kan say on hwe onim say eda say Abilola ebetima ya adwuma no anase ontimi nya adwuma no enti ono de for now no de yanhwe for the good adom the update Deco enso oye kese rival oye sporting director adom boss obo kwala no pai ono so de kakra tuja no pai me de ema on service sack na later some eba na lami jama na oni se na no ekese air classico na ekoso no the pacho oni kese de whole omo nyina se aka was Spain na as a tackle be quality a lami yama na kese as na bonjo so no keke na adwinkyere ekese de whole no ka chance chama sabe me continue said the okaye or say get out from my way are you stupid or what don't get twisted you push me don't get twisted what I say let us say I say oh enti anu ya koma odi atuja na say ho koma no nya no the di ama manya better kranti abrante e kire say ne oye no pitch no so no maza na be ya hu mo say ase wo na pu ni adade o da bi me pesa ade no na yet say 777 wajimi on pesa ade no any update ala mi jama o de kire na say abrante first the whole and na pai me di ama enu so me akwaso na ne so etima ko na nya mi adoma wonu say training baba so na pa training baba so ni nyina no I don't ever want to go ko no na be ma de go training baba so awiye ani omuni coach fresh Alviro na one is technical staff no anso ahwe na ne so etima kama ya so wo hia ni mu say what it say the staffs na one mu ye adwuma e U20 ho no na say U29 U21 ho no adi aba na o ma be bo na ne so kama na fast na static say na we are sure now we no cross no officer adwuma no be ye te sa akọ ye inform my permanent obra e ya sam na aba e na se be hwe so ontimi nkotam ofiefo nyina ma ansanya abotre fans no no update am di e ma wona pai na no se be alonso oba Roma de no mpacho 34 games 24 wins 4 draws 6 losses and onya ye to me side there as a matter understand Kenya bado that's ya so boa aduma no enye na metu eska na no komo no na me mpacho according to Roma the coach's best win percentage out in terms of competition me mpacho Manuel Pellegrini 75%, Jose Mourinho Amampame Gently 71.9%. The patron Apollinaire France Antic 71%. Now for Apollinaire France Carlo Ancelotti 70.8%. Now for Apollinaire France Fed also by 70.6%. And for Xavi Alonso on the Petro crowd 70.6%. Can you bad? No more. It's less than more from. I update. But now when you send one that. Madrid game about so the Madrid derby. Our the semi-final of Copa del Rey, just the Copa de España now course Saudi Arabia between the two Madrid now Carlo Ancelotti sorry Diego Pablo Simeone everyone had been trained Vinicius Junior after saying yes substitute now what I said to the night course what I say what they think they are your cruise and they are one side you go we any other so say Diego Pablo Simeone abe patch or some or part Florentino Perez and I feel Vinicius Junior Obia said that day I didn't see who say one year kura into say workers or probably any update Diego Pablo Simeone about one time as well to Ghana Power and Cantramo and also the latest ever. Now for no one will tell us no come on when it's open air for some million euros in there. And also the same over for Chelsea Jumanaya and then you must to my camera. Now also what catch a squad and say Massa or more or enough resource what I say. Now resource and what as a Chelsea team are no the income power. I'll bet to media winning trophies after saying coaching career one team you know who South squad in a solid power concrete one. What catch the players face to face. Our catch as a maza. Adumana moya na yene kwala adumana moye adumana de mo ya pa na mo betima aboa me ama winning trophies ayi aduma no na ne ma so metima kama e just million euros na on come on empire na latest ni nyina no me de ama na woni say as a January me pa to de tie 12 days, they would have new year. You have 3 coaches and I have one to say pay. I'm a naked tracker. When you friend to the Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, or Manchester United, Ruben and Rune, or and if you run out the latest one, Xavi Alonso, and also Network, and also Naked Tracker and Pie, very updating in Emma. No part on the FIFA for the come up to the 10 year. I'm what the other say. One say controversial issues because of US and hot bottom between HSA and say. Trump on just Venezuela who issues you what it bia politician won say me yete wakochi we ni ade ekekoko na say say answer about won say omokoye draw no na FIFA for present the peace awards be Edema Trump awards award na say yes we kra na say answer na ekekoko so between Trump and just Venezuela for no enye no na be say FIFA for be say bia award na omokoye no omokoye view mo say ni ade and then update us and so if you more bound coming in no but the just pass so show that love say peace every year juma no you say can you can say FIFA edit as a football eco politics mo and update e ba no pai but the emana so mo sisters so mo nti se dogo bi no abia no pai ya the emana Manchester City amo just a player first Bernardo Silva the part was said look say obet my free agent and chekura we be ju mu ho de na abente no we free agent we person sign na the call club no koye adwuma obetimi ababasa na report and second say Galatasaray Colombo agusum yeni didin komo say omo nya branch fence me yete Bernardo Silva me pacho omo betima sam branch ne ma so betima kama and so account pacho no me Garibel na Garibel din komo to there was say Real Madrid ho no pacho ye tie we ya more second best chance was second best is not accepted say bia first best wako ya kobo tournament ya bowie ya say ho Nigeria o say smesi enaje na wana toso second amado na toso mado nya on gintum enti sa wo say enansi to ya bibon konfo na sito na ade a the rebel e kire mu aso me de akira na pilot tas ni nyina no anoso me firi ho ba na pilot so e de emama abajuma kasi so na me pa to na e to jon club the big picture now say na me start am ka Real Madrid coach ni mu no Enzo Maresca mu nyina ni mu me pa to branch papa the friend say HS Anoslota o HS Liverpool also yesi ni din na nase HS what yase o former defender ni ade a no mom yesi Florentino Perez the favorite part of Georgian club say me dey am no ka say na Georgian club ayan adwen say only say or HS Red Bull Arena honum sa Red Bull just dwumako no ono na say wadan no a wotene no mo hwehwe anu say obebuabua niam na niam so na kama onye coach biem na mo say George Klopp ndey ehsesa na adwen say obekochi a yase one teacher on team free Valentino Perez and so George Klopp and I update eba na pai ya di emama more e wo ho akade be so no mo we prepare for our next program Ghana matters na ansa na mekọ na busanfo me wo birthday bi asese me yifiri ho pa ansa na makọ na birthday ameye no me pa cho 1 2 3 dey road amame abante ne ho ofeye pa dia se one the next the young CEO no KG Jebinu ho KG baby will be a group of company from top to cran yamao happy birthday and famao nyankopon onto no boase na onfa nhira entetel na onhira pa kosise obeye nhira na onbless pa kosise obeye bless na onrezu pa kosise obeye raise nyankopon nhira e wo birthday mu no di ne di ne yie e pa to di ne di ne yie kenyi happy birthday enko enfamao enom ehese de ete no anapai yade emanti birthday we de minim se ni MCR Kofi Agyeikum wonso the similar church ate on the just organizer masa baby we be atem nka bi obetima bankwa de to kana bra birthday we eye pampe eye top no inku we se bam anya keto akranti ebe pampe plani ayede ho kwamo no mama anapai edi ame jesu wan eye DK Winsini kudos to the production team na afei wa monitor dwude no me say abranche friend say amehwe ehse Facebook no so na me yi comment bi aba na memfiri so na afei me sorry nkona yentoa media akaso na bian so ntimi enye kama ewo enso ewo no ma enye keto akora let me see na bian so ntimi kama ewo okay ma ho se oboy niko eso monitor dwude no from afar na niam so ntimi ayafan enso ewo nti yeda se pa oboy se monitor dwude no bian so ntimi ayaf kama enso ewo na lamenchao wa wo hweme me shirao setem ya nyamre eti African Union Television always there for you. Be a true Christian to save your life on the day. Hey, I'm out for now.